Hey everybody, welcome back to Guns and Gadgets, your source for Second Amendment news. Some serious news out of California. 8.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
Man, I hate that clown. Yes, but he's right, not just 1 or 2 or 3, but 8 gun control measures are on the desk of Governor Jerry Brown in California. I know a lot of people are done with California and they don't really care what happens there, but as that state gets dismantled, the strategy for the anti-gunners, the left-wingers, makes it to everybody's state. If you don't believe me, look at the Extreme Risk Protection Order, right? I've been talking about that for 2 years. It's finally hitting, and people are realizing that there's actually some meat behind it. So these are the 8 bills that came through last week. 4 of them came through on Tuesday. The other 4 came through on Thursday, and the attack is on in California. I'll give you all 8 of them. I'll have links in the description so you can look at them on your own. But I ask you to please forward this information. The first one that's very disturbing is AB 1927. This is the most disturbing because it follows something that happened not too long ago in the state of Washington. This allows an individual to basically sign away their Second Amendment rights forever, and it really takes an act of God to get them back. Why would you want to give up anything that you have for a right? They're like tools in a toolbox. You might not use them all, but it's good to have them in case you do. And once you sign it away, the state's not going to let you give it back. Although, legally, you really can't give away a right that you don't get from the government, right? Then the government doesn't give us our rights, but that's a different fight. Number 2 is AB 1968. If you go to California, under California's 5150 law, if you go to a mental health facility 2 times in a 12-month period, you will never be able to get a gun again. It's a lifetime prohibition, lifetime ban. And you could go under the 5150 for mental health evaluations if you're depressed, if you're off your medication, if something's really not right in your life and you want to talk to somebody about it. Those are all reasons that they're going to use to ban you from ever having a firearm. Number 3, AB 2103. This one will look to make mandatory an 8-hour training before you will be able to be eligible to get a concealed carry permit in California, which is like a flying unicorn. It's almost impossible to get. And if you live in certain parts of the state, Los Angeles, San Bernardino, San Francisco, you're not getting it anyway unless you're connected, whether you're a judge, you know a judge, or you're a police officer. Number 4 is AB 3129. This takes what California calls a serious domestic violence misdemeanor, which is currently a 10-year ban on your right to carry a firearm or purchase a firearm as well. This will make it lifetime, so if you are involved in a serious misdemeanor, not a felony, if you're involved in a serious misdemeanor domestic violence, you lose your right for life in California. And we all know that Governor Brown is probably going to pass every single one of these, right? So that summarizes the 4 bills that hit his desk Tuesday. These next 4 hit his desk Thursday. And he has until September to sign these, but something tells me they're going to probably come Tuesday. You know, they probably come Monday, but they're closed, I would assume, for the holiday. But who knows? He's so anti-gun, he might show up on Labor Day and get it done anyway. But the 5th one is AB 2888, 2888. And this is going to expand those who can file for an extreme risk protection order, a red flag bill. California, they call it the gun violence restraining order. Right now in California, it's done by family or police. But they want to add more people who can take away your rights. This is going to add coworkers, employers, and school employees to the list. And if you have an argument with a coworker, you tell them to flip off, jump in a lake, you piss them off enough, they could concoct a story which says that you're a threat to them, and you can lose your guns and your rights for life in California. Remember 2 years ago I said this was coming up, and everybody said nope. Well, here it is. And if it's going to happen in California where they're adding names to the list, do you really think those states that have already passed it aren't going to follow suit? The next one, SB 221, is just a shot at the gun show in California. There's a place in, I think it's Daly, D-A-L-Y, Daly City, California. That's the Cow Palace. They have a huge gun show there every single year. There have been incidents at this gun show for eons where the police are acting as governmental agents, where they're like recording everybody's license plates that were there and keeping them on a list that they weren't supposed to have a list of gun owners. So this was a way they were going around it. But this is looking to ban any sales of ammo and firearms at that location, basically rendering that annual gun show kaput, easy for me to say. And that's one way to circumvent the gun show that they're trying their hardest for the last few years to get rid of anyway. The next one is SB 1100. This would look to raise the age of purchasing a firearm from 18 to 21, similar to what Vermont and Florida have done recently, which has got them in a federal bind legally right now. They're being sued. But this is probably going to take place everywhere. Walmart's doing it. A couple other places are starting to do it on their own, violating everybody's rights. But it's okay if the gun owner's rights are violated. But if anything else is on the other foot, it's a different story. But this is estimated to cost California $2.2 million annually in taxes from the lost revenue from the sales from that age group. So this just goes to show you that they don't care about you or your tax problems or the budget issues in California, but they would rather, cut off their nose to spite their face and take more money away from themselves just to affect gun ownership from legal gun owners, not the criminals, not the gangbangers, right? Not the illegal immigrants, from those who are doing it legally, following all the rules and not committing crimes. Makes sense. The last one is SB 1177, and this one is gonna take the country by storm in the next year or two. This is going to make it where you can only buy one gun per 30 days, whether it's a pistol, shotgun, or a rifle. There are a couple different ideations of that around the country. This is looking to make it across the board, and I know for a fact this is coming up in many other states just after the winter break next spring when everybody's sessions start back up. It's coming here in Massachusetts. It's going to follow the same rollout pretty much that the Extreme Risk Protection Order did, or the Red Flag Bill. And we got to make sure we get out and vote. A lot of states, their primaries are this week or next week. Get out and vote. Get the right people in who actually care about the Constitution that they're sworn to uphold and protect. And the other clowns, send them packing because the circus is over. I can't tell you how much you guys need to follow through with this and pass this information along. I ask you to start spreading this news. And on that, you know how Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube are launching another attack on gun channels or anything conservative. So with that information, I have gone over to Gunstreamer. A lot of the YouTubers who do gun channels are going over there. Link is in the description. Please join if you haven't already and get my numbers up. I think I have 56 or 57 subscribers. I have 56,000 here on YouTube. So maybe you all could go over and help me become #1 over there before all the big guys jump over. I would appreciate it. I look forward to seeing you all so much, but I've been kind of tied up on the political end here, trying to get the right people back here in Massachusetts. So almost back to normal. The primary is Tuesday. Until we see each other again, please be patient. I appreciate your time more than you know. Be safe, stay vigilant, carry a weapon. Take care, everybody.